Hey everybody, welcome back to the eBay shop. My name's Corey.
I'm Teresa.
And we are Grams and Pops Vintage. And today we've got a little bit of all over the place type of video here. We're going to talk about a brand new place to source, an actual really cool place to source that we're really liking, that we just heard about, what, 2 days ago?
No, I'm pretty sure it was yesterday.
So we'll get into that. We're going to talk about it, kind of something we've been doing to boost our sales, and it not only did it work, it kind of worked dramatically well.
Yep.
So we're going to talk about that a little bit. And we're going to talk about some new tools for reselling that we're actually using that we found helpful. We've got 2 new tools we've ordered recently that we've actually been really liking a lot. So
We have.
Yep, wide range of stuff today. We're going to be kind of all over the place. But as usual, we do have some things that sold. We have, because we've been doing the sales, we have like 50 things that sold. So
Yes, but we're only going to talk about a few.
yeah, we're going to talk about a few of those today. And what's the first one?
We sold some women's wallflower, luscious, curvy fit, denim capri jeans.
That's them there.
Yep, and they're brand new with tags.
Yep. And if you see kind of some weird prices today, it's because a lot of the things we sold landed on the sale that we'll be talking about later. So we've got these jeans for how much?
$39.99. I don't think they sold on the sale though. The next item we have had forever. It was one of our first buys that we bought. And they have been through what we discussed in one of the previous videos, an end and sell similar.
Oh, these have been through an end and sell similar. These have been through like 8 different sales. These have been through an awful lot of trying to get rid of them. Mm-hmm. And we finally did.
You want to know what? They sold for full price.
That's crazy.
Those are women's Hush Puppy moccasin shoes, size 8 in blue.
Yeah, those aren't cleaned up. They were just, I don't think they were ever worn.
I don't think they were hardly ever worn.
If they did get worn, they got worn inside.
Yep.
So, all right.
Those sold for $29.99.
Welcome to another sticker feature. Let's go see who we got today. Who's up? Oh, we got the very little known newbie startup CarQuest.
Yeah.
Nobody's ever heard of that one.
CarQuest of South Dakota. Shout out to my sister. She saw our sticker feature, so she sent me a sticker from CarQuest because that's where she works.
We have a CarQuest employee that thinks they need a little publicity. So there you go, CarQuest. Straight from Grams and Pops. Go check out CarQuest.
Yes. Ooh. So the first thing we're going to talk about is how awesome Teresa is.
How awesome Teresa is.
No, I'm just kidding.
I think this lends itself more to make sure you tell everybody what you do.
Yes. So I was searching Facebook Marketplace. I set up, like we talked in a previous video, about alerts for certain stuff that pops up in Facebook Marketplace. I set up an alert for camera, and I've been checking it every day to see what gets added. And somebody in a town about 30 miles from us, 25 miles?
25, somewhere in there.
Listed a Sony Handycam.
Which we're always on the lookout for.
Yep, and they listed it for $15. In the pictures, it only showed the camera and the manual, but I messaged him and said, hey, do you have the charger? And he's like, yeah, I have this charger, but you realize it's 17 years old.
Yeah, he was...
And probably not... like practical.
He was trying very hard to talk her out of buying it for the $15, which was weird, but at the same time, like that's why reselling works, is because a lot of people don't put value on things that still have value.
Yep. So I messaged him and I said, yes, I understand that. And how about I come pick it up? And so I got there and I was chatting with the guy and he's like, so with this being what it is, you don't have to tell me, but curiosity, what are you going to do with it?
Amateur pornography.
No.
OnlyFans.
No. So I just flat out told him, I'm going to resell it. People are in the market for this. They buy them. Don't ask me what they do with them. Maybe they do what Corey said. I don't know.
Don't encourage people.
So I was chatting with him a little bit about it, and he's like, so are you interested in another camera? I thought he was going to bring out another Nikon or another Sony Handycam. No, the guy goes in his bedroom, comes out, and he brings out a Nikon Coolpix camera.
Are you pausing for dramatic effect?
Yes. Leave me alone. I'm telling my story. Anyway, so he brings out a Nikon Coolpix camera, and he's like, I've been looking for the charger just now. I can't find it. But I'm like, it's not a big deal. I can get a hold of a charger, you know, not a big deal. But he's like, would you give me $10 for it? Yep. And out the door I went.
Should have offered him 5.
And I didn't think about it. And I was like a giddy girl.
10's a good price, though. That was
well, it is, because I think once I get the battery pack, which I ordered, so I paid $10, and then I turned around and went to eBay and went to, I think it's Kastan, Kastan, or TEN, something like that we order all of our batteries and chargers from. But I went on and ordered a battery and charger, and now I'm just waiting for them to come so I can list it. But I think it's like a $90 to $120 camera.
Yep. So, and that came just from being upfront with somebody about what you actually do, and we're always a big fan of that. Anytime we tell somebody we're a reseller, we don't hide it. We probably have lost a couple deals because people say, "Oh, you're a reseller," ick, every once in a while, but that's a rarity.
Yes.
It doesn't happen often. And we're willing to lose those deals. We don't want to buy their stuff anyway. If that's how they feel about it, like we don't want to get into that.
No, I don't want to hurt you. I don't want you to have butthurt feelings because I'm going to turn around and sell your stuff.
No. So it's very good just to be open and honest with people and just tell them what you do. Tell everybody that'll listen what you do.
Then we decided after we picked up those cameras, we were going to go to an estate sale we had been to the day before. It was a 50% off day. So we figured we'd give it a try. They had some silverware that I was interested in, but not willing to pay the price that they had it listed at.
It was one of our local area's better estate sale companies. Like this estate sale company has been known to actually negotiate and work with you on prices. So we usually go to them when we know they're out there.
Yep. So we went to this estate sale. We walked all around. I grabbed some stuff, probably some stuff that Corey didn't want me to grab, but I grabbed it anyway. And I walked into this bedroom, and I had been in the bedroom the day before, and I did not even see it, did not even notice it. But there sits, brand new, in the package, a Puffalump. I was so excited. I paid $7.50 for this brand new Puffalump, and I listed him for $200. Do you know what a Puffalump is?
I didn't. I had no idea what it was. She grabbed this weird little stuffed animal. I was like, I don't even know what that is, but she knew what it was, and that's why picking together works so well for us, because we don't know what things are sometimes, and the other one does, but that's... Okay, so that's the Puffalump.
That's a Puffalump. See? Puffalump.
Oh, I've seen it.
Okay. Just
I was there.
And he's brand new. He's in perfect condition. But anyway, so sometimes things get missed. I'm surprised with all the resellers that were there, because when we first pulled up, they were not letting anybody in. But there was a guy standing there with a IKEA bag. They opened that door, and I thought he was going to bulldoze some people. Yeah,
there was some very aggressive resellers there that were after some stuff. We just avoided them. That's not a big deal. But
nope.
Is it an ADH brain thing where when somebody else starts telling a story, you just immediately check out and you want to go somewhere else?
I noticed you checked out. Oh, I noticed you was staring out space.
That felt like the longest storytelling. Like you could have read the whole Bible in that time.
You could not.
I don't know. Maybe it's just me. I don't like to be rude, but man, like stories are long sometimes. No, it's because you already know the end.
I know you do, but the people out there don't.
Yes, they do.
I'm telling the story for you. I'm telling the story for them.
Okay, well, I'm glad we're past what?
You're a bully.
I'm glad we're past that.
I'm done with my story. You may move on now.
All right. Well, we've officially made Grams angry. So what's the next thing that sold?
We sold some jewelry. We sold a Sarah Covington gold and silver tone leaf bracelet with clip-on earrings. Yep.
Nothing special about it. It does look like little oak leaves.
Yep, and that was part of our sale. And it sold for $22.49. Free shipping. Sorry, I had to think about what I was going to say. Okay, the next item I found was part of our trinket, not that I found, that we found. It was part of our trinket box set, and it was so cool once I opened it. It is a snowman nesting trinket box. So it has 3 little snowmen. Yep. 2 of them are trinket boxes, and the littlest one is just a little figure.
Yep, so he opens right where the gold belt is. You might not be able to see it, but it is a trinket box. He just opens up on a hinge, and then there's another one inside that does the same thing, and then the third nested in there. So
yep.
Snowman. How much?
Selling in July. He sold for $17 plus shipping.
There you go.
Okay, now you're going to talk about something, and now I'm just going to stare off in space. because I already know the ending. I'm just kidding.
It's not just stories that I've already known the end of. It's like I know the end of every story you tell. Like not just you, but like TV. Like I will get bored because I know the story before they finish it.
Are you leaving this on here?
I'm like, just shut up. Like get to the point. I don't need all the.
You don't.
I know because I'm interested. Because when I'm talking, I'm hearing it for the first time too. I don't know what's going to come out of here until it's there. So like when I say stuff, I'm like, oh, that's a good point.
Are you leaving this in here? You so should.
I'm just saying. Like,
okay, so we're not talking stories anymore.
All right. So the new selling platform.
Yep.
Now, I watched a video the other day, I believe on RIN, Reseller Information Network podcast. And they had Commonwealth Picker, Kevin was on there talking about a new platform that I think Kevin started it, but it's just called Commons and it's on District.
Yep.
Typically, we're not a fan of platforms like that, especially live selling platforms like Whatnot and stuff. They tend to often be a platform. Well, I guess in our eyes, they tend to be a platform where if you can't sell it on eBay for a good value, people just dump their junk there on these other platforms. And that's kind of why we avoid them. If we buy good stuff, we sell it on eBay.
Yep.
Why would we not? But as eBay sellers over time, we buy estate sales, we buy storage units, we buy things like that. And we get a lot of things that we don't deal with. We don't like records.
I don't like records. But I sold some really good ones lately.
We did sell a couple really good ones, but in general, we don't like vinyl. No. We're not going to sort through it and find the good ones. We don't like stuff like the little lapel pins. They're cool in the beginning. I liked them. Yeah,
he picked up a whole bunch of them. Was like, oh, we'll sell these.
I bought a bunch of them early on because they're kind of cool. And then once you have them, you're like, I'm not going to go through all these and research them and list them. Mm-mm. But there are resellers that do that as a specialty. They list those kind of things. Mm-hmm. And whether it be records or pins or shoes or whatever, at some point if you're reselling, you're going to have an abundance of something you don't want to deal with. Not trash that you go try and hawk on Whatnot, but something that's actually valuable stuff that resellers are looking for that you just don't want to deal with. Yep. And a lot of people build a bundle and they put it on auction on eBay. And they don't get a very good price for it.
No, we've done that, and we've made like 99 cents on them.
Yeah, not a great idea. So this new platform called Commons is actually a platform that's built to wholesale good stuff in bulk to other resellers who do want to deal with that particular type of stuff.
Correct.
So we got on there. I just started listing
I have
just
not
the other
been
day.
on it. See,
What?
I boycott District.
We don't play with District much.
The reason I boycott District is because they only have an app for the Apple products.
They do.
So I have to do it on the computer. So I don't watch District.
They are working on an Android app right now. Like that's the official word. They're working on one.
So they're working on one? Like they're working on our interstate out here?
We'll see. But yeah, so the platform is for wholesaling from resellers to other resellers. They're pretty strict about what you post on there. Like you can't just go post a bunch of garbage. And you can't post a bunch of really good stuff and then ask eBay prices for it.
Yep.
It has to be wholesale pricing. There has to be meat left on the bone, which makes it a great place. Now I'm willing to pay, if I go somewhere and, if I'm buying something like this, I might only be willing to pay $1 for that at a garage sale. Yep. But if I could buy 50 of them at a time in a lot, I might be willing to pay up a little more. I would pay $3, $4, even $5 if I know they sell for 15 and I could buy them in a bulk lot.
Yep.
So that's kind of what the platform's all about. I hopped on there and I listed a couple things of pins. I listed a couple lots of CDs. I listed some jewelry. And we've had 4 sales out of 8 listings? We've had 4 sales in 24 hours. So we are moving stuff, and we're getting way more than we would if we would have just ended up donating it or throwing it on an eBay auction. So it's a great kind of in-between for us.
Yep. It is kind of cool. I haven't been on it, so I will tell you I don't know much about it. But I know he was hyped and excited about it yesterday when he was listing all the stuff. And
that's the selling side. I'm hyped about it because I've been watching it like a hawk to see what other resellers are posting. Because if they post things that we're interested in, there's lots of vintage hats on there. There's lots of military boots. There's records. There's CDs. So I'm just waiting for a lot that we like so we can source in bulk all at one time and bring it here. We don't even have to leave the house. They just ship it right to your door. So, and that is part of the rules of the platform. It has to be priced for a price that leaves meat on the bone for resellers. It's a wholesale platform.
Yep.
So I've been refreshing like 50 times a day. I'm kind of addicted to it.
Yeah. So for our pins that we sold, the first lot that we bought, we paid like $5 for at a barn sale, wasn't it?
Yep.
And then the second lot is kind of a mixture of stuff that's come in jewelry. Like the other day, I bought $7.50 worth of jewelry, and there was a bunch of pins in them. So I gave them to Corey, and he listed them, and they sold for what? $19, $20, and $17, $16?
I think, it was like $20 and $16 or $17, but it's just these kind of pins. It's the lapel pins and like the little award pins for bowling and all kinds of different pins.
United Way pins.
So all kinds of different stuff. So that's the kind of lot that you would put on there.
Yep.
One of the things they do is you can't do like mosquito.
Yes,
They're
and I
crazy.
didn't get him.
He's still here.
I know.
We'll get you eventually.
Come here, buddy.
Put that down. Okay, so one of the things on the platform they ask you to do, not ask you to do, you have to do it in order to list. You can't do like a mystery box. It can't be like that lot of pins.
Get him.
Just all.
Oh, he was right by your hand.
Yeah. It can't be that lot of pins just kind of all in a ball. Nobody can tell what's there. You actually have to take a video to post it.
Yep.
And you have to show what all's there. So even for like our CDs, I had to put them all on end and take a good video and several pictures so you could zoom in and actually see what's there for titles. There's no, here's 500 CDs and you just get what you get and then you get it and it's all like orchestra music. Like you have to be able to see what's there. You have to be very open and upfront and actually show a video of what's there. So we spread all the pins out so you see everyone.
All the jewelry.
Yep. So it's it's kind of an open book platform as far as when you buy something, you know exactly what you're getting, you know the value, and there's value to be had for reposting it and listing it on eBay. That's that. Go check it out. It's called Commons on District, and I'll throw a link down in the description for you if you want to check it out. But I would say for sourcing, it's going to be an absolute game changer for a lot of people.
That reminds me, I was just scrolling through one of the Facebook groups that I'm in for reselling, and there was a lady that was getting out of reselling, and she had a whole bags upon bags upon bags of plush that she was selling for $200. Like there was probably 400 plush there.
Yeah,
that would be a good place for her to list them.
Yeah, if you wanted to sell plush, you could certainly sell them in bulk there, but I don't know if I would pay $200 for 400 plush. Like it would. Maybe $50 for 400. But I'm prejudiced against plush. I don't like plush. I hate plush.
Shut up.
They take up a giant tote for like 5 plush things and they just don't sell fast enough. There's some people that make a whole living just selling plush. That's exactly what that platform's for though. They do sell, they have good value. I just hate them.
Isn't that what Rebel Resell does?
Rebel and Robert sell a lot of plush and toys. Yep.
So somebody asked in our previous video what a lovey is. For those of you who don't know what a lovey is.
It's like a tiny security blanket with a head on it.
It is. Most of them are little tiny security blankets with a plush, like a plush stuffed animal head on it, either on the end or on the middle of it. And it's, it has a satin around the edge like a baby blanket does. But yeah, sorry.
So yeah, that's Commons. Check it out on District. We'll put a link down below. We're not affiliated with it in any way at all. We don't get commissions from it. We're not an affiliate at all. We just think it's a really cool idea. It's a cool platform, whether you wanted to buy or sell. I think it's going to be great for the reselling community at large here. So that's it. Go check it out or don't.
Yep.
All right, let's look at some things that sold next.
We sold some lotion.
Oh, I already previewed that,
You did.
Whoops.
So this was from our estate sale that we bought that big, huge lot. I happened to throw a couple of Victoria's Secret ones in there as well. This is Victoria's Secret's Garden Vanilla Lace Skin Silkening
Soak
How about
is soft.
softening body lotion?
There it is.
But it sold for $49.99, free shipping.
Yeah, Vicky's stuff usually goes pretty good.
Do you know her on a first name basis?
We sold enough of her stuff. We should know her.
What about Bath and Body Works? Do you know Bath very well?
No, shower guy.
Oh my God.
All right. What else you
Okay.
got?
The next item we sold, I bought because I thought it was really cool, but it sat for a little while. It is a vintage 2000 Binary Arts Corp Lunar Lockout board game.
Yep. Is it all there?
It is all there.
It is open, so.
It is. I made sure, went through it and made sure everything was there. I don't even know. It's like an space adventure game. I don't know anything else about it other than all the parts are there.
A space adventure puzzle.
We might have to
40
start.
challenge card. So that's it. Start playing each
We
one
might
of the
have to
games.
start playing the games before we sell them if
think
they're
it's
opened.
Better if we just stop buying them.
No, because I get some really good games.
Bah. All right, so what's that sell for?
A whopping $15.12.
Not bad, though.
You know what? It was part of our sale because I don't list things at 12 cents.
No. All right, next piece is our sale setup. We did things, we've talked to you guys before about doing sales. We do sales in stages, like anything older than 90 days, anything older than 6 months, anything older than a year. We sell or discount at different rates. That's pretty common, right?
Yep. I would think it would be pretty common.
I think a lot of people do that, and we do it often, probably 5 or 6 times a year at least. We do that, and we run it for like a week or 2 weeks or whatever stretch we decide to. And it usually does okay. We don't do too bad with that. We clear out some old inventory, and it's kind of our version of in and sell similar since we don't, which we talked about. But one thing we did different this time was actually got our Facebook and our Instagram reconnected back to eBay so that we could share that discount sale out on our social media platforms. And we used the newsletter part of eBay. They let you send a newsletter to your subscribers, to your watchers, and to any past buyers.
Oh, dude, there's a wasp in here
Where?
on the pumpkin.
We have all kinds of problems. There is. You stay over there, buddy.
Oh.
Now
Nope. He's coming this way.
Speak of the devil.
Nope.
All right. So if you see us jumping around, it's because somebody got stung. But we actually did. We used the newsletter part of it, and we sent that discount sale out to probably about 4,000 people through the newsletter, all our past buyers and everything. And since we did that, it's only been, what, 3 days?
You started it Friday.
Friday?
Because Friday we were sitting at work,
So 4 days.
and all I heard was cha-ching, cha-ching,
Yep.
cha-ching.
So 4 days, and eBay's just been going nuts. For 4 days, it's been going crazy with sales. So I don't know what part of all of that worked, but the combination of doing it all together certainly seems to have lit our sales on fire. And we're getting a lot of old inventory turned over and out of here, which at this point, anything over a year, we just kind of consider a write-off at this point. So anything we could sell for and keep us from donating it is a good thing. But even so, we're still at a profit on pretty much everything, just not the profit we wanted, but it's moving a ton of stuff. So if you haven't played with those.
Yep, and we did learn a lesson. Some of the stuff we put, like back in the day, I say back in the day.
Be careful with free shipping.
We put some stuff on that we bought a huge lot of Transformer bots. I think they're Transformer.
We made our money on those already.
We
though.
did. And so those we listed at like $9 free shipping. Well, they're at the point now where they're at our 40%.
They might be at 40 or 45% off because they're over a year old.
Yep. And so, yeah, I'm pretty sure we're going to lose a couple dollars on that, but it is what it is. We've made money on the rest of it.
Yeah,
so.
if you put free shipping on something, you got to be careful with your discounts a little bit, but we don't do that often at all. So at any rate, if you haven't tried using the social media share for your sales and you haven't tried using the newsletter within eBay, try and use them, but try and use them in a combination. They work very well together.
did.
So
It did. Okay, up next, we sold some more lotion. We sold some Bath and Body Works Magic in the Air Shea Butter body lotion.
magic in the air. It's all sparkly on the front.
Yeah. I don't know what it smells like. I don't ever open them to smell them because I don't like smelly things.
I don't know what shea butter is. And I have no idea what vitamin E would smell like.
Vitamin E doesn't smell.
Shea butter and vitamin E. That's the fragrance here.
There's more than just that in it. That's the ingredients in it. They don't smell, I don't think.
So you get to smell Amish. You get to smell like butter and vitamin E. Don't Amish churn their own butter? You get to smell like butter. There you go.
Okay, so that one sold for $17 plus shipping.
It's like a game show, Guess the Fragrance. We could play with
No, we're not, because I would have a headache by the time we're done.
Here's another one.
Yep, so this one was in our huge lot. We just, for some reason, started selling them again. They went on kind of a hiatus of selling for a little while after we got them. But this is a Bath & Body Works Pleasures Sheer Freesia. I think it's floral smelling. Body lotion.
Sheer Freesia. Freesia.
Freesia.
Freesia. Freesia.
Freesia.
Freesia.
Freesia.
There's no SH.
Shut up.
Freesia.
Okay,
I wonder
anyways.
what that smells like.
We don't have much in these at all, but this one sold on an offer for $37.99 free shipping.
Yep.
Let's talk tools.
Let's talk tools. We do have a few new tools. We're kind of still building. We're still new at this. We've still only been doing this a few years. So we're still building kind of our shop out and the things we use a lot. Early on, kind of like a lot of resellers, one of the things we used a lot was a black flashlight because that's something you have to do. It's a rite of passage to find that glowy glass, uranium glass stuff. Pro tip:
Amberini.
don't.
Amberina.
Because most of it's not worth having. So don't get sucked into that. But there are some tools that are really useful, and we've actually started gathering some of those over the last couple of months that have helped us increase the value of things we're selling.
The first one. Is this.
What's this?
This is a set of tools for game consoles and games to be able to open them. So when we had that Pokemon Red game, to validate that it was an actual game.
You have to look at the chip on the board or actually the board itself.
Yep, so it comes with like some weird screwdrivers that, like that one, it had a triangle.
Yep.
Triangle slotted screw or whatever you want to call it. So this worked really good just to be able to do that.
So that tool set is one you could just buy off Amazon. It's not expensive. And it actually has the tools in it for all the special screws you see on different game consoles. From the controllers to the consoles to the games, it has the different special screws. And those are the drivers for those screws. So you can open them up. Because you can't open those up with just normal hand tools like Phillips and regular screwdrivers.
Well, you could rig it somehow and try and figure out how
You could open it with a hammer, but you can't.
You could, but then you can't sell it.
So that toolkit has actually been helpful a few times. We've had to open up controllers so we could dry them out and clean them up and put them back together. We've had to open up a few games. If you have to clean cartridge games, you almost have to have that. So any kind of thing like that, that tool set has tools in it to get those open. So that's been a good one.
The latest one was one that I just got in the mail yesterday.
This one is one Teresa has the patience for, but I don't. I wouldn't use this, but I think she's already, if she gets the two going she started working on today, I think she's already like 4 times the amount of money she paid for the toolkit just by fixing the thing she fixed.
Yep. So this one, I got to be careful opening it because I bought some watches at a garage sale for 50 cents. One was a Fossil watch and one is a Tissot watch. I think it's Tissot. And they both sell really good, but they don't have batteries in them. And some people don't want to buy them because these watches are ones that they're not like a normal watch that you just pop the back off of. These ones actually have a screw-on back, so it has a special tool to be able to...
It's kind of like when you're buying those point-and-shoot cameras. If you don't buy the battery for them, you kind of have to sell them as parts.
Yep.
And they're worth like $25. But if you buy the battery, they could be worth $125. So it's a big shift in price just by putting a simple battery in.
Yep, and it was that. And then this was the other thing that I was excited it came with. It comes with the, I don't even know what they call them, little spring things that hold your watch bands on.
The pins?
Yes, those. But this set comes it was like $17 free shipping.
Yep.
So it has this piece that comes with these little, you probably can't see them, these little black nubs that go on them that lets you do the screw back watches. And then it has this little tool that lets you, so you don't damage it by using like a screwdriver or something, to pop off the back of most watches that have just the pop off backs. And then it comes with like this little tool here that lets you put your watch in it so you can work on it.
Clamp.
Yep. And then this one that lets you pop out pins. So I was so excited to get it. I did spend a little time learning this piece last night.
Yep.
But yeah, now all I got to do is get batteries, put my watches together, and yeah, they're going to go for good money now.
Yeah, if you're buying watches at all, then that's probably, it's like I said, it's like the cameras. If you're buying cameras, take the time to buy the batteries for them, because it doesn't just double the price, it quadruples it in a lot of cases.
Sometimes it does, yeah.
And then same with watches. Replace the batteries. It'll cost you about $10 to bring them in and have them done somewhere. But with that, you buy it once and it's done, and you do it yourself. It's very simple. And you can find both of those in our Amazon store link below, or you can just go to Amazon and find them. It doesn't matter. We just put them in the Amazon store link to make it easy.
Yep.
But those are easily findable just right on Amazon. So
yeah, and I was excited. Corey kept telling me just sell the watches as parts.
yep, that's what I would have done. I don't have the patience to do it, but she does. So
But no, when it went from like, I think one of them was like $50 up to like $120 or more, just by making sure that it has a good battery and that it 100% works.
now I would do the cameras all day long because they're electronics, but the watches I just don't have the patience for.
I do. And the cameras I did just order.
You know what I would do with the watches?
What?
I would bundle them all up and I would put them on commons. That's what I would do with the watches. I would sell them to a reseller that likes to deal with watches.
Why would you buy them then in the first place?
Because we get them we get them at estate sales, and that's where most of our watches have come from, is either storage units or estate sales.
Yep.
It's very rare we buy one.
Yep, I was excited though, because for 50 cents for a Fossil watch and that Tissot watch, I think that's how it says, but it's like a $200 watch if it's fixed.
And real.
No, it is.
You sure?
Yep.
Okay. Because we have gotten a few Gucci watches before that were
That were fake.
They were more like Gucci. They weren't Gucci.
Gucci.
They were something, but they weren't real.
They were not real.
They were super fake.
Yep,
So,
they were super fake.
all right, let's look at the last few things that sold.
Okay, so we sold a pair of jeans. They are ones that came from our scavenge across the state. But they are a women's capri, silver silky mid-rise stretch capris. They're a size 20, so they're a good size to buy. They didn't go for a whole lot, but I still made money on them. $21.99 plus shipping.
You wouldn't want to wear those today anyway. Not this summer around South Dakota. The mosquitoes would bite the heck out of your ankles.
Yes, I have lots of mosquito bites right now. I don't know if this is the one I'm thinking it is, but in our estate sale that we bought out, we got a whole bunch of weird clothes that are brands that I've never heard of. This is one that's called Haband, and it is a white striped short sleeve 2-piece pajama set.
Looks brand new.
It is brand new. Almost all the clothes that I've listed from there are brand new.
There was a lot of brand new in the package clothes there.
But I don't know if this is the one or the other one. I call it a nightie for men. I think this has a pair of shorts. Maybe it has a pair of pants, but it has like the longer...
Like Ebenezer Scrooge pajamas?
Yes. I don't know if this is the one or if it's the other set that I call it a nightie for men.
I should have kept them. Those are stylish. All right, what's that go for?
$15 plus shipping.
There you go.
That's it. That's all I got.
Yep, that's it for today. So we're going to let you get out of here. We're going to get to packing because we've got a lot of packing to do today. And we will see you guys next time.
Hasta la vista, baby.